What's up, YouTube and the knife community? I haven't done one of these videos in a while. And I'm going to talk today about the Laconico Fossa. It's a very unique knife. Not a lot of them were made. I posted this on USN. Oh, first of all, this was a sale from Justin Laffer. A really good guy. I think his buddy was moving and he was selling it. I know a lot of people wanted this knife. I got a few messages after that. But this is a pretty unique knife, and I'm going to tell you why. For one, he didn't make very many of them. And for two, I posted it on USN, and Ray did comment back, and he said that this knife is a very early one, pre-water jet. Also with the Jasmine, my Jasmine's pre-water jet also. So, hey, water jet's custom, but really, pre-water jet, that means, you know, they did everything themselves. Nobody cut anything out but themselves. So, I mean, I don't know how much more custom you want than that. All really good knives, though. I've played with his water jet knives also. Really good knives. But this one, he did say this could very well possibly be. He said possibly. I'm not saying that it is, but he did. He said it's very early, and it could very well possibly be the first Fossa he ever made. Which I think's pretty cool. Kind of adds that cool factor to it. I mean, it's already a badass knife. When I got it, whoever had it, I don't know who owned it. I just know Justin sold it. Whoever had it used it, which, hey, I'm all for it. You know, I tag everything. Use your shit. I use my shit. All my knives, I don't care what it is, I'm going to use it. That's what I have it for. So none of my stuff's Save Queens. I'm not holding anything against anyone that does have Save Queens that wants to look at them and not cut anything. I don't give a shit. I use mine. This one, I took it and basically redid it. When I got it, everything was wore off of it. You could tell that someone had it in their hands. They used it. They flipped it. They rubbed it. They had it in their pocket. And had some scratches on the clip, which I dig it. So I took it, basically blasted it, and re-anodized it. He anodized the hardware, and I only based it off of what I saw. I could not find this knife anywhere on the internet. There's no tags for it. There's one on Recon 1, but it is not this one. But it basically looks like this one. But if you notice, after this video, if anybody wants to go look up the Fossa, you'll notice these two backspacer screws are different from any other Fossa I've seen. The other ones are spread further apart, and I think the backspacer on the other ones are longer. This one's further back, and it has a lanyard hole, so which is kind of unique in itself. It's kind of an odd size too. It is not quite 3.75. It's a real odd size. It's not 3.5. It's not 3.75. What I like about the knife is the fact that it could very well possibly be the first one. I really like that it's an early one. I like that it is smooth as hell, and it flips really good. The blade is still in really good shape. You could tell Ray when he did this, when he put his maker mark on it, it's kind of blurry a little bit. So, I mean, that happens. It moves around a little bit, and it could be from the rubbing, just from somebody rubbing something on, oil or anything, but it kind of bled out a little bit. But I dig it. I like it a lot. You could tell that the tip has been pushed into something. It was like that before I got it. I mean, before I've used it. but it is just a really good flipping knife. It, in your hand, you would not think that this thing is over 3.5 inches. It just doesn't feel like it. But anyway, what I was saying, the hardware and the frame, I redid it to what I thought it was. And the only way that I can tell how a knife is when you take it apart, you could tell that it was heat anodized before. Because this is going to be silver from rubbing, and I mean, all this shit rubs off over time. But when I pulled it apart, I could see that the screws themselves were heat anodized. Whether Ray did it or not, I don't know. But the frame was definitely bronze at one time, and it had just rubbed off, almost turned to a, it almost looked like a burgundy, like a light burgundy bronze. And that's just from oils from the hand and you know, in your pocket, rubbing it. You can tell already, since I've anodized it and had it, you can see kind of a wear mark. It's going to be hard to see. There, you can see it. Kind of a wear mark right there. That's just from my fingers. From me flipping it, using it, putting it in my hand. That's what all that's from. And it rubs off. Anodizing is not a coating. It's going to come off. If you rub it, you can tell I scratched it right there. See if you can see the scratch. Yeah, I scratched it right there. If you rub this really, really hard, you can get it to dull out and scratch it really easy. Titanium, all you're doing is, when you electric anodize something, you're changing the outside of the titanium. It's not a coating, it's not a film, it's just basically, you're changing the, man, it's going to be hard to explain. Y'all can look it up, but you're changing the outside of the titanium. Just the front portion of it is what the electroanodizing does. And you can manipulate it and do anything you want, and you know, you can only go so many range of colors, but other than that, you can go dull, bright, you can tumble it, not blast it, polish it, whatever you want. But really cool knife. I love carrying it. I love having it. I use it. I know that I've been posting these knives quite a bit lately, and, you know, fuck it. It's my feed. If I want to post them, you know, and I posted earlier today, you know, about people leaving, and, you know, I don't know if I'm posting too much of the knives. I don't give a shit. You know, I have other people out there that want to see it. I like posting them. I like looking at them. Most of my post is just me throughout the day, doing whatever I'm doing. I pull it out and, hey, that looked like that'd be a cool picture. I think I'm going to take a picture of it. So that's basically what my pictures are. Very rarely do I go and, you know, set up this big dramatic scene and you know, put them out there and take pictures of them. But one of the other cool things that I thought was really nice about the Fossa was the swedge, or the grind that he put on the very top of it. I don't know if a lot of people know that, but it's a really cool swedge because it comes kind of from the back side up to the front and stops real quick. And if you look at it, this is going to be kind of cool. If you look at it a certain way, it takes on that jasmine shape. If you were to get it in the right light and kind of block that top off, it's kind of the jasmine shape, which I don't know if he did that on purpose. I know that I'm not a big maker, you know, I'm just getting into it, but I have my own way of doing things, and I have my own style, so that's kind of the shape that it comes out to be. And you know, as time goes on, you kind of, you know, you get your own style going of what shape you like doing. You know, not to say everyone's the same, but Ray's got his own shape. Birch has got his own shape. I mean, you can just look at that and tell, hey, that's a birch. Deggs has got his own shape. You can tell right off the bat, you know, without even really knowing that that's what it's going to be. Shit, Curry's got his own shape. It's just what it is. But it's kind of cool that when you look at that just the right way, it looks like the jasmine. kind of the same shape. But I love the knife. The knife is probably never going to leave me. It'll stop with me. I know it's been passed around quite a bit, and I said today on my post that I'll use basic bitch. That's just something I say. I say it around the house. It's and I've noticed a lot of people say that Ray's design or his knife is just so like basic, or it's simple. It is a simple design. There's not a lot to it, but he does do his flair ones. He does all his Damascus and Timascus and Zerk, and puts his own spin on it, which is fine. I mean, I don't think I didn't mean anything by saying it was basic. That was just kind of a joke. But I post them because I like them. I like knives. I've carried knives since I was a kid. I've used knives since I was a kid. I've always had a knife on me. I just really like them. And I kind of like how this one's got the Laconico on the side of the blade and not the top. That's really nice. And I'll do a video of the Jasmine. I haven't done one of these in a while. I don't know why. Texting and messaging on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, it kind of gets a little construed. I don't want to say that I'm an introvert, but I'm not a real public guy, and I don't say a whole lot, so it's kind of hard whenever I post something that really it's the way that I mean it. If I offend you, then I offend you. If I don't, then I don't. But I don't know. It's just the way that I do it, and I'm not a big poster. I try to comment on everything. Everything that everybody says, I try to comment on it. I don't want to be a dick. I want to be as humble as possible. If I start making knives and people really like the knives or want the knives, then hot damn. I'm not doing it for the money. What I get a kick out of, and I posted that the other day too, about the guy that had bought the Zumwalt, the Travis Zumwalt cactus scaled with the glow resin in it. I posted on that. I got more of a kick. I don't give a shit that guy paid me. I got more of a kick out of that he got it and he messaged me and said, "Man, this is badass. I'm gonna use." That's it for me. That's it. Money. You don't make money doing this. I mean, you get a little bit of money, but shit, it goes right back into materials. So it's not about the money. It's, that he's using it, that he's going to get a kick out of it, that I got a kick out of making it. I love making that knife, and I made something, and that's it for me. But, stay humble, not to get a big head, not to be a prick about things, not talk shit about anybody, and that's just the way it should be, man. This is all cool and it's all fun, and we all have knives, and we make knives and we make tools, and people been talking shit about all the tools everybody's been making. What the fuck? So what? You made a tools. People dig it, people buy it, let them buy it. If they want to use it, I like tools. I carry that curry tool on my Prometheus every single day. I probably use that curry tool every day. Every day I use that thing. But I see people bashing shit like that, and about the tools and the knives, and most of the time you just gotta let it just go over your head. It's bullshit. Just let it fly over your head. It's not worth it, and most of the time I don't even comment on shit like that, and I just keep moving on. As for the people that quit following me, I do, I have that app to where I go and look, and I'll go and look, and I'll see who stopped following me, and, if they stop following me, then I stop following them. It's, I don't want to bug them. They don't, if they left my feed for a reason, and fuck it. I don't care. It doesn't matter how many followers I have or how many people I follow. I follow everything that I like to look at, and I look at everybody's stuff, and you know, it's a big ideas. You know, you get ideas from all of it, so it's a benefit to everybody. So anyway, back to the Laconico. I dig it. And I think that's going to be the end of my video. And if y'all want to subscribe, I'll do more. I know I've had requests before to do some other stuff, but I just haven't had time to do it. I've been busy trying to catch up on all these mods and making my own thing and just trying to do the best I can for everybody. So, comment on it. I hope this clears anything up that anybody was thinking about or had questions about. I'm not an asshole. I'm probably not anything you think, so I just like knives. So, there you go.